Welcome to the worst gig of my life. I'm Joe Lucas and I chat with musicians, bands and comedians to hear the real, uncensored stories of the worst gigs they've ever played. This week's guest is Evan Hocking. Evan is a very funny comedian who shares some very entertaining stories about his worst ever gigs. If you like this episode, don't forget to check out Evan Hocking's podcast, Good Banter. Evan also runs the Aussie Pub Comedy Tour, running gigs for venues, sporting clubs, breweries, wineries, fundraisers, and of course, pubs. Go to theaussiepubcomedytour.com for more info. This week's episode contains bad language, so don't even think about listening or watching if you're a young, impressionable child. We'd also like to thank our caterers, Devour It Catering, who provide award-winning pies for all of our guests. Enjoy the show. Thanks for coming on the show, mate.
Mate, thanks for having me. It's not a bad. We were just saying off air. It's not bad setup. You got how many bedrooms? About 4 or
4 bedroom, yeah. Right.
3 bathrooms.
That's it. Right in the heart of Essendon.
Garage decked out. I mean, this is the shittest joint on the street, but it's good though. For how many you got? 3 or 4 in here?
Yeah, 4 in here plus a dog.
Great.
So,
not a bad share house because I've had some. I lived in a garage for about 3 months when I was in Port Douglas. So,
was it nicer than this?
It was not, mate. It was my first night. I had just a mattress, single mattress on the ground amongst. There was old fridges. There was shit for about 5 days. I slept on this mattress and thought, what has my fucking life become?
Hard to bring a girl back when you're sleeping on a single mattress on the ground.
Very hard, very hard. I mean, you could sneak her up under the roller door though, but you just had to. But yeah, I ended up getting a double bed and decked it out pretty nicely in the end. But good fun. So this is a ripper, mate.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
Yeah, great.
About 4 months of hard work, but I got here in the end.
Yeah, brilliant. So obviously the worst gig of my life.
Yeah. Worst gigs, any story will go.
Yep. So obviously, I've got a few that stand out. I've got a mix here of the worst gigs I've done. I've got a mix of, because I also book other comedians.
Yep.
So, and also I run comedy tours.
Yeah, beauty.
So there's a bit of a mix here, but probably we'll start with maybe the first one, and I'm sure there's plenty over the years that I've forgotten, or just wanted to put out of my memory.
Yeah, repressed it.
Repressed memory, and just thought, fuck that, because you do a few shit ones, and you're still doing shit ones. But in 2016, I got booked to do a gig at the Croydon Hotel, out on the Maroondah Highway there. It was for like a punters club.
Yeah, nice.
Or something like that. And the only problem was it was on Sunday, but the same day as Bathurst.
Right.
That's right. Yeah. So, and you turn up to the pub. I had to take my own sound, and I said to the bloke, where's the gig taking place? Have we got a private room or what's happening? He goes, nah, mate. We'll do it in the middle of the public bar. These punters club guys are gonna be here, and they got to do some awards or something like that. So just set up like underneath where the TV screens are, which at the time were pumping Bathurst, and maybe. What time? That's October, so maybe there was some cricket on, there was some NFL, There was shit on these TVs, and I thought, nah, that's fine, no worries. I'll set up, and then I'll just tell the publican, mate, just can we turn the TVs off? Because there's so many times you turn up to a pub and they just don't get it. They don't get it. Like
they're leaving the music on, and
they leave the music on. Club Keno, there's blokes just cheering their horse home or whatever, like, turn the fucking racers off, what's going on? But they go, no, we've got to keep that shit on, Anyway, but I said, it'll be fine. I'm going to be on for, and I said to the bloke, I said, how much do you want me to do? He said, if you could do half an hour, that'd be, I go, yeah, okay, half an hour. I'll just turn these TVs off. So I set everything up, and then I say to the guy behind the bar, I said, all right, time to go. Can we can we get Bathurst off the TV? And he goes, fucking nah. Mate, we can't fucking turn that off, mate. They'll be a fucking riot. There's no way we can turn Bathurst off. I said, oh, well, what? You can't. He goes, no, we can't. I said,
Did they have the sound on, or was it just the screen?
I think it was just the screen.
Yeah.
But literally, so I'm set up like here. The screen is literally there. There's another screen here. I said, can we move it from this screen over to that screen? He said, all right, well, I can do that.
Yeah.
So, and I think that was when the bloke said to me, running the gig, he goes, oh, I said, how long do you want me to do? He goes, oh, if you could do half an hour. I think I'll be fucking lucky to do 2 minutes, mate. This is going to be horrific. And as it was, and it's one of those things as well where I don't know. So there's other people in the bar as well. There's like these punters group who probably didn't give a shit that some no-name comedian was coming to do stand-up.
Yeah.
Not
exactly a no-name. Come on.
Oh, okay, all right. I've got 1,700 followers on Instagram. Woohoo! Viral, baby. Yeah, you're just going, what the fuck am I doing? So I start off, and first, my game plan was get a few jokes out quickly. So I did that, just getting nothing. So
Even from the people that asked you to be there.
Even from the people that asked me to be there, but it's in a public bar, there's big high tables, and just getting not much. Nah, fuck it, nothing. And then all of a sudden, like, your brain's just going, oh, I'm trying to do another bit, I'm forgetting out.
Insecurity kicks in.
I'm just like, just trying to plough through it. I forget how the joke goes. I'm stumbling on my words. So then what I do, I thought, well, fuck this. 2 minutes in, I go to the crowd. I start trying to do a bit of crowd work. Hey, what's going on? You married or this or that? And they're just giving me nothing. So I'm just dying here. And I go, what the fuck is going on? I'm just going, there's people like going, looking at me like that and then just looking up at the TV. So I'm sort of doing it to maybe 3 or 4 people and everyone else is just looking at Bathurst.
Yeah.
I'm just dying in the arse. And I reckon I've just ploughed through. I thought maybe at about 15. I might have maybe got to 20 minutes of just bombing, just doing whatever I could to try and do this, do that. I'm talking to this bloke, hey, you got a small dick. Hey, what's going on? Hey, you don't, you fucking big nose, mate. You can smoke a cigarette in the shower, it wouldn't get wet. I'm just doing whatever. Looking for anything. And at about 20 minutes, I said to the bloke, some bloke was just looking at me, just like in disgust. I said, hey, mate, what's going on? And he just sort of gone, he just gone like that. I said, mate, thanks a lot. Cheers, see you later. So I ended up, that's the one that sort of stands out the most.
Yeah.
Where
painful.
Right from the start, you've got no.
You stuck it out for 20 minutes though. Like. Yeah. That takes strength of character to not just crumble after 5 minutes. Go, fuck it, I'm going to leave. No, 20 minutes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I sort of. I think that maybe comes from the footy background, where when you're on the field and things aren't going your way, just stick it out. Even if it's going shit, even if they started throwing shit at you. Yeah. You're just like, I'll stick it out. I'll try as much as I can to get close to the 30, but I reckon it might have been about 20, 22 minutes. And when the bloke gave me the thumbs down, it felt like just on the voice, if no one sort of turned their chair or something like that, it was just like, see you later, I'm out of here. But then the thing was, I had to hang around because then the guy who booked me was auctioning off. So he's Dustin Martin, jumper, blah, 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 and shit like that, no one cares. I think I took a photo of it with him, Bathurst in the background, and it's just like, what the hell are you doing? So that was one that I sort of left. I was sort of laughing a bit. I was sort of like, what do you do? What do you do? Can't do much.
Cry,
Yeah, but you you drive away thinking, what could I have done differently? There wasn't much I could have done.
It's poor form by the people that booked you. Like, if they're booking you, surely they would know what kind of jokes you tell.
Yeah.
He's got nothing from him.
Nah, well, it was it wasn't booked through the Punters Club. It was booked through an agent who was doing like sports memorabilia.
Right.
And shit like that.
Yeah,
so
okay.
he might have gone there and said, let's get a comedian. This will be a good idea in the middle of the public bar on a Sunday while Bathurst is on. And clearly not.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
No, not at all. Not at all. So that's probably the one that maybe haunts me the most.
Still think about it sometimes.
I do. Just how ridiculous it was trying to perform with Bathurst on in the background.
Did you get paid in advance at least?
I got paid on the day. It wasn't too much, but I guess on a Sunday it was. I wasn't doing anything else. I mean, so I just took the cash, but then you got to, and when you got to pack down the gear, you go from, is this guy really a comedian or is he just the dude? So you set the sound up.
Yeah.
You have a shit gig, then you pack the sound down, and it's pretty humiliating.
Yeah. Just
but you wipe it off.
Disbelief that you just pushed through, went to 22 minutes. That takes a strong conviction.
Yeah.
I have respect for that. That's awesome.
Oh, cheers, mate. Cheers. So we'll go into another one where this was 2016 as well. I sort of was looking back at a few gigs and I'm thinking, fuck, 2016 wasn't a fucking great year.
It wasn't your year, was it?
It wasn't my year. I was probably, maybe 4 years in, and I was doing some all right gigs, and then you start getting booked for all these one-off gigs, not just straight comedy nights, and this is where you start learning to survive in certain situations. So this was at the Lake Wendouree Footy Club up in Ballarat.
Oh, yeah?
Ballarat. I got booked to do a reverse draw. You know what a reverse draw?
Yeah, I've been to a few for cricket.
Yep. Anyone listening or watching, if you're not sure what a reverse draw is, how it works is everyone buys, say, a ticket for $50, $100, and what they do, you get free grog for 4 or 5 hours, and then during the day, what they do is they draw out random numbers. So if your number gets pulled out, you're out of the draw. A lot of these you can win 5 or 7 grand or something. So,
I won the first one I went to.
Did you?
Yeah, 4 grand.
Yeah, right.
And all the boys came out in the city with me. They're like, no, I'm going to England and play cricket next year.
Yeah,
I'm not spending $1 on you.
No, fuck you, mate. Yeah, you've had 4 hours of free piss. Shove up your ass, dickhead. Yeah. So, and how it works is they draw them out, and so obviously as people's numbers are getting drawn out, they don't give a shit. So they're just talking and whatever till the last number, and they win it. So I turn up to the Lake Wendouree Footy Club, and when you walk into a joint or you go somewhere and these rooms just seem massive, like huge, and there must have been at least 250, maybe 300 people packed into these rooms. I turned up, I think I was meant to go on at about 3:30. So I got there at maybe 2:45 to just check it out, get a bit of a vibe. And so at 2:45 of this reverse draw, I said to the president or whoever I was dealing with, I said, how many numbers are you drawn out? And he goes, no, we haven't drawn out any. I said, mate, it's 2:45. Shouldn't you have drawn out some numbers? He said, no, we're not running it like that. What we're doing, we're just at 4 o'clock, we're just going to draw out one number.
So it's not a reverse draw.
It's not a reverse draw. It's just a bloke. I said, so has anyone, what time did they get here? They said, 12 o'clock. So they've been drinking for almost 3 hours. No one's been on the microphone. Just doing nothing. There's not a band. There's not nothing. There's not a bloody jumping castle for the kids. It is just people getting shit-faced in the club rooms. And I said, so has anyone said anything on the microphone since...
Yeah.
But nah, they've just been here drinking piss. And but you'll go on at 3:30 And also the free grog finishes from the last half hour is 3:30 to 4:00. So
Who organised this?
I know.
This is the worst thing I've ever heard.
I know, because I've done reverse draws before and they've gone all right. So I turn up, and then also they said, also a club legend died during the week, so technically there's a bit of a wake for him. I'm like, oh my God. This guy's kicked 100 goals, 10 years in a row. He's a club legend. And I'm thinking, and he's bloody died. So
You've been absolutely ambushed here.
I
This is
turn
horrible.
up and I'm thinking, ooh, this is gonna be. And I'm looking around the room. I'm thinking, the president goes, all right, no worries. I'll get you up 3:30. I said, whatever you do, just try to get their attention. Don't bring me on until they're listening to you. Don't bring me on to just... And, oh, God. So he goes, all right. And no one said anything for 3.5 hours. All of a sudden, I've got to get up there and try and entertain these pissed morning people who want to get to the bar to get their free piss. And he goes, thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming out. It's been a great day. We'll draw the number after your comedian. Please welcome to the stage, Evan Hocking. And seriously, not one person. Like, there were people at the front sitting at tables and they sort of just going, hey, what the fuck's happening? I don't even know if
You've had no chance to build.
I don't even know if they knew there was a comedian coming on. And I sort of looked at him and go, mate, you can't bring me up to that. You got to... No, you're going to have to try and get their attention.
Yeah.
And he had another crack at it, and in the end, I just walked up, and I'm just going, oh, shit, I had to do half an hour. I'm thinking, oh, my God. So once again, a few jokes in, I'm thinking there's a few people sort of watching and listening, having a bit of a laugh, but then there's people at the bar who wouldn't have even known I was on.
Oh, fucking hell.
There's conversations here, there. I mean, I don't know if they could hear me. So I don't know at what stage it was, but I think I went to someone in the crowd once again. I thought I'll try and do something here. And it might have been a woman, and I said something that I shouldn't have said. And I'm like, Jesus, now everyone hates me.
Do you remember what you said?
Oh, I can't remember what I said, but it might have been something about, I don't know, whether she was single. I said, I don't know. It's... You know how sometimes...
Wasn't her dad that died or something? Oh, God, especially horrible.
My dad's a legend. Ripping into him. But you know where you just... And sometimes you just... Everything's a blur sometimes when shit's not going well.
Yep.
You're like, Jesus. So all of a sudden... I had a cordless mic and I thought maybe... I'd seen it... some comics do it before. I'd maybe tried it before. Maybe I could go into the crowd to try and... Because people at the front was I'd sort of lost them because I'd ripped shit on someone I shouldn't have. And then I get into the crowd and at one stage I'm doing a bit standing on a chair. I'm standing on this chair just delivering my material to anyone who would listen. Listen up. And I think at that stage I might have maybe pushed through, got to about 20... I'm not still holding the mic. What am I doing? Got to about, 25. I think I probably did about 25. And then go, it was sort of, I had them in patches.
Yeah.
People in patches.
Gives you that glimmer of hope that maybe it's going to turn around.
But also as well, you're just going through material and you're thinking, I can't do these big act out or these longer bits because no one's going to listen enough or they're just going to zone out. So you're sort of just trying to play to people who are listening. So maybe I did 25, went back up and sort of, afterwards, people come up and go, oh, mate, you did well. Fuck, that was a bloody hard, tough crowd. Tough crowd. I said, no shit, mate. Jesus. So...
ambushed with the reverse draw. That's actually a
reverse draw.
/wake.
/wake/ I don't know. So we got there, but I think that one affected me as well. That was maybe 4 years in as well, because I just had that thing where you just want to, you're getting booked and you just want to do well. Yeah. You want the club to get value for money. You want to be great. You want everyone just cheering you out of the joint, and then you sort of, and then because it's a pretty maybe it's different with a band, but when you're a stand-up and a gig isn't great, you sort of just, you walk out with your tail between your legs.
It's just you. You can't even blame it on someone else.
No. I mean, I could blame it on that, but also at that time, once again, you're just going over in your head, what would I have done different? Could I have done anything? And I look back, I think, I don't know if there was. Maybe I shouldn't have ripped shit on the girl in the front. But the odds were stacked up against me.
Yeah, very slim chance of that ever going well.
That's it. So they're two of probably the worst ones, or the ones that left me, or just at the time going, this is hard. This is hard work. I'll share one because also I, apart from getting booked myself, sometimes I'll book other comedians for gigs. So
hopefully you don't book them to wakes.
No. I'll make sure I find out what the gig is first. So I can get the right comedian, Yeah. Oh, this is going to be a wake. I said, maybe don't have stand-up.
But a juggler.
So this was... Funny you should say, this might have been 2016 as well. 2016.
The shit show continues.
People think COVID was shit. I'm like, 2016, that's my COVID.
Yeah.
That's my COVID. But this wasn't me. So this was, I did a gig for, it was the Basin Footy Club, and it was their 1,000th ever game. So
beautiful.
Yep, they've been in the Eastern Footy League. I'd done a comedy night there before. They said, we're having our 1,000th game. We're going to have a luncheon during the day. And then later on at night, we wanted to... What did they want to do? They wanted to do something with a comedian who could maybe present the players. There were going to be all the greats were coming back. They were going to hand out these trophies... Medal,
big fanfare.
Big fanfare. They're getting all the club legends back. And, So I did the gig during the day. It went all right. I think I sort of emceed and then maybe, interviewed some people. There was no dramas. That might have started at 12. So then, at about 8 o'clock that night, I had to go to another gig. I think I was up in Mansfield. And when you book, and when you book someone for a gig, you just want to know how it's going. Is it a good gig? Are they having fun? And so I booked Adam Rosenbach's Rosie, who does a bit on Triple M.
Yep.
He's been doing it for years, and he's got his own sort of footy podcast. I thought, he'll be perfect.
Yeah.
He'll be perfect. So I'm just about to burp. So he'll be good. So anyway, and I'm wondering how it's going. I hadn't rung him, but then I see a tweet from him that says, the gig's not going well when you get pizza thrown at you. And I'm like,
fuck.
What the fuck's going on? So I'm straight on the blow. I'm like, Rosie, what's going on? He goes, oh, mate, it was fucked. He said, mate, they were shit-faced. They'd obviously been drinking all day.
Yeah.
And he got up and tried to introduce, all right, we're going to bring up some... I don't even know if he did stand-up. He might have tried a few jokes to ease him in, and he said it was just like mayhem.
Yeah.
Mayhem. And then, he went to introduce, maybe bring someone on, and I tried to find the tweet. I couldn't see that, but last year during COVID, he tweeted, he said, I did a gig for a footy club once and someone threw pizza at me and hit me. It stuck, and this is the gig, it stuck to my leg for a second, then dropped on the floor, and no one apologised. One guy said, I wasn't aiming for you, and the president said, what a waste of pizza. I miss comedy. So that was when he was locked down. But I think in the end he just looked at the president and goes, fuck, should I still... there was no point in being there.
Yeah.
If all these club legends, people are throwing pizza at you,
What can you even do then?
What can you do there, mate? Maybe just grab it and go, yeah, not bad. Hawaiian, beautiful.
You've got to catch it midair and
You've got to
eat
catch
it, throw
it
it
mid-air,
back
but
is the
when
only
it's-
way to turn that
I
situation.
think you lose a little bit of because when usually if you got the microphone, you're in control. But I think you lose a fair bit of your control if people are pegging pizza at you. And
if
if
you
you
do
chat.
crack the shits, then that's actually what they're going for. So you don't want to give them the satisfaction.
yeah. And I think Rosie definitely wasn't going, I need to stick and do my time. He's like, fuck this.
Yeah,
I'm out of
done.
here.
Didn't
I'm
go
out
the
of
20
here.
minutes like you, or the 25
That's right.
minutes. Nah,
That's
fine.
right. So we have a laugh about it. But that was a.
Does he blame you for booking him?
Oh, he doesn't blame me. I've booked him for other gigs, and it's they've been all right. So that's all good. I guess we could talk about. I've just got back from Port Douglas.
Beautiful.
Yep. So I went there 3 weeks on holidays. I was booked to do. I just said to a few people, I know a few people up there. I said, if you got any gigs going, I'd love to jump up. And I managed to book a few in. But then on Australia Day, a mate who I know up there, Crawf, he said, man, I've got this, it's sort of like a birthday party, Australia Day party.
Yeah.
They've got a few bands, and then we're going to jump up and we'll do a bit of stand up. So I didn't know much about the gig. It wasn't like he sent me a run sheet of when I'm on, how it's going to be structured. I said, what's the go with this gig? Like, what time?
Yeah.
What time are we jumping up? And I had no idea
Going in
where.
completely blind.
I had no idea where it was. I thought it was in someone's backyard. I thought, backyard comedy, far north Queensland, that can work. But I mean, you're thinking Australia Day. They're definitely not going to be sober.
Yeah.
But he said, I've told them we've got to wait till it's dark. Do comedy when it's dark. I'm like, all right, okay. It sounded
Why?
like it. Well, sort of. A lot of the time, you think. And it's probably more at comedy clubs that
So they can't see people's faces.
if
and
people
a
are
little bit
lit up,
relaxed.
if people are lit up, they tend not to laugh as much. Maybe
Self-conscious, I guess.
yeah,
That makes sense.
laughing in front of other people, strangers or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what time this thing started. So I get a message. I'm about 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
And I get a message. He goes, "Oh, are you still coming down for the gig?" I said, "Yeah, mate. I'm 10 minutes away. What time's the comedy starting?" He goes, "In about 15 minutes." I said, "Sweet. Perfect, mate.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's do it. Let's just bang out 10 or 15 minutes each. There you go. Sweet. This will be all right." Now, I was going in there, though, also not knowing what I was walking into and thinking it was a birthday party / Australia Day party. There's going to be some loose units. And I turn up. I go, "Crawf, what's the go, mate? We jumping up?" He goes, nah, they've pushed it back. They just cut the cake. I thought that would have been a great time to jump up. But no, we've pushed it back. We've pushed it back from 7:15. They're going to do it at 8 o'clock. I said, all right, no drums. And this gig was in a warehouse in North Cairns. I don't know if you've been up to Cairns, but North Cairns, not one of the classier joints. It's in this industrial state. I turn up, people are shit-faced. They're on acid. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But still, I'm looking going, this wouldn't be the worst gig I've done. So we can make it work. So the band gets up, there's bands playing, there's people bloody, whatever. And there's people, don't know if anyone was getting any action in the car park. It was mainly just... Most likely, but just people pissed. And there was another bloke who was jumping up. He's like a spoken word dude. And he's like, oh, God.
Like poetry spoken word.
Yeah, something like that, but a bit... he did a bit of rap or something like this, and he's there. He goes, "Oh, fuck, I don't know about this." I said, "Mate, we'll be right. Just go up, have some fun. She'll be sweet, mate."
Yeah.
What's the worst thing that can happen?
There's heaps of things that can happen.
But this is coming from the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
I go, no, it's not going to make or break my career or anything. And so it gets to 8 o'clock, and Croft goes, fuck, another band jumped up. Oh, no, he might have said, we're going to do comedy in 5 minutes or something. And then another band jumped up. I said, what's going on, Croft? He goes, oh, no, they've pushed it back out to bloody 8:30. Now, he's getting the shits now.
Yeah.
Because these bands just keep jumping up, playing music. It just shows you playing bands, mate. Comedians are the fucking lowest of the low. We,
I don't know, maybe mimes might be
Mimes.
underneath.
mimes.
Jugglers. No, I
Jug-
don't
I
know.
reckon
It's hard,
jugglers-
hard hierarchy to really
It's
figure
a
out,
tough
isn't it?
hierarchy. It's a tough hierarchy, but comics are right down there. Right down, unless you got a name. And even then, sometimes they don't give a shit. So then it's blowing out. It gets about 9 o'clock. And Croft goes, all right, 5-minute warning, comedy's going to start. I go, all right, fuck, we'll see what happens. We're going to move chairs there and whatever.
Yeah.
And then as the comedy's about to start, another band just jumps up.
Fuck.
Croft, he walks up to me with a bit of cash and goes, great set, mate. And I go, oh, what do you mean? He goes, nah, fuck it, the comedy's off. Here's your money, they can go get fucked. Yeah. He's gone, he's thrown the towel. He goes, no, go jam it up their ass.
Yeah.
We've tried to, do comedy once, twice, 3 times.
And so you'd been there for what, like 3.5 hours?
Oh,
at
no,
that
not
point?
3.5. I was there for maybe a couple of hours.
Yeah.
A couple of hours, just waiting to go on. And yeah, he just give me a bit of cash.
Easiest gig of your life.
Easiest gig. So it's not probably the worst gig of my life, but it was just something where...
Well, it's a shitty experience though, isn't it? Like you're there and you want to perform. I mean, that's why you're in it.
And I was still going, do I perform? Like I wasn't getting much. It was basically, just a bit of a thing to, while I was up there. If I was getting paid more...
Pocket money, yeah.
If I was getting paid more, I would have said, no, bugger it, let's do it. But at the time, I thought, fuck it, I'll just take the money. And by that stage, he's like, nah, they can go get stuff. So I was meant to have 6 gigs up there. I did 5. So
One freebie.
One freebie. So that's so we'll work out where we go from here, mate. I've got we could also do because I also organise me and the twins, who you had on episode 6.
Nelson Twins.
Twins. You both. Hey.
Yeah, right. This
Probably about, how many years ago was it? Maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Justin Nelson had this idea to come up with the Aussie Pub comedy tour. There you go. Get around it. Jump on the Facebook, the Instagram.
Get some merch.
Check out the merch, the hat. Get on the website. I've got about 1,000 hats done, and I've got 999 left. That's mine. I had to steal that, but I got a few done. So we thought let's book a tour. Like we'll find all these country pubs, and we were going to do it January 2018. So I got on the phones. I said we've got the Nelson Twins, Chris Franklin. You know Chris Franklin. He sings.
Not personally.
I'm a bloke. I'm a yobbo. So bang, we've got this tour. I go, I've got it. All right. I ran with it. I've got to find these gigs. So on like maybe the 10th of Jan on a Wednesday, we booked in Mulwala, RSL.
Beautiful.
Big venue up there on the river.
Yep.
It'll be pumping that time of year. The next night was the Thursday at the Caledonian in Echuca. I knew someone there, so we locked that in. And Friday was the Royal Mail Hotel in Nagambie. A big hello to Goldie and Amelia down there. Thanks for having us. They've had us a few years. On the Saturday, we drove, and this probably not the smartest. The tour manager was a bit of a fuckhead, i.e. me. We've driven from Nagambie to Portland, which was like a 5-hour drive.
Yuck.
Yeah, it wasn't a great drive, But Saturday and then on the Sunday on the way home, we were doing the Anglesey Hotel.
Yeah.
All right, so the 5 gigs are locked in. We've got a month to promote these things. Let's get as many people out. It was a mix of straight budget. There was a mix of a guarantee and a door deal. Mm-hmm. So we're thinking, if this goes well, we can...
Bang. National.
What a great start to bloody 2018. Let's fucking make it rain, boys! And so a week before Mulwala, I'm chatting with the other ones, and yeah, they're going all right. But I thought, let's get off to a good start. Mulwala, RSL. So a week before, I ring up the venue. I said, oh, how are ticket sales going? And one of the receptionists goes, oh, boys, this is great. You've sold like 130 tickets. We're thinking about moving you up to the bigger room. And this was one that was the guarantee and then ticket sales, like take a share of the ticket sales. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ,
delicious.
First gig, so we're still a week out. We could sell another 100. We're in this massive room. We're going to be national heroes. They're going to write books about us, do documentaries. I'm thinking, we've already paid for the tour. Mate, this is massive. Yeah. And I'm telling the boys, we've sold 120 tickets. We're flying. And... so I'm thinking, oh, mate, I'm rock hard. It's bloody all happening. I'm thinking, how am I going to spend these millions of dollars? And then 2 days, so the Monday before the Wednesday gig, I said, oh, well, bloody beauty, things. And I'd said to them, I'll print the posters. Do you want me to print the posters out and send them up to you? They said, no, we'll do all that. I said, oh, beautiful. Things are flying along. They've done the posters. And on the Monday before the gig on the Wednesday, I ring him up. I said, oh, well, obviously, if we move to the bigger room, do we have to, is there a bigger venue we can go? What's going on? They said, oh, actually, we made a bit of a mistake. Our receptionist was looking at a gig, another show from a few years ago.
Oh, no.
I'm like, what? I've just gone, the erection's gone down. I've pissed my pants. I said,
no.
How many tickets have we sold? She said, you've sold 15. I'm like, you bastard. 15?
It's over.
But I'm thinking, how? The joint is packed during summer up there.
Yeah.
I said, all you got to, like, I don't know, there's no comedy up there. Like, how are we not selling tickets? So I'm deflated. I'm thinking my life's over. I've got to tell the guys that we've sold 15 tickets because they'd already spent their money as well. The Nelson twins had bought a joint in bloody a mansion in Brighton. I said, just maybe hold off, fellas. So on the Wednesday, me and Franklin drive up. We get to the Mulwala RSL at 12 o'clock, the day of the gig. We walk in and we expect just posters of our faces everywhere. We walk up and go, fuck, are we in the right joint here? Where are all these bloody posters? They've got bloody life-size cutouts of magicians and some other wanker who's playing a saxophone or something. I go, where's all the Aussie Pub Comedy Tour posters? Get in the joint. There is not a poster up. We go to reception. Go, oh, hey guys, we're here for the show tonight. Where's the posters that you said you put up? And some lady walks out. I don't know if she was the lady we were dealing with. She goes, didn't they put those posters up? I said, no, I didn't put the fucking posters up. What is going on?
This is my fucking life you're destroying now.
I am dying here. So she prints out some posters. We quickly go and put them up over the joint. We're talking to all the drop kicks in the bloody pokies and playing punting on the show tonight. I'm thinking, oh my God, how's this ever going to work? And then as we're setting up the sound gear, it might have been maybe 4 in the arvo. Someone walks into the room where we're meant to be doing the gig, and they go, oh, g'day guys, we're coming to the show tonight. I said, oh, fantastic. If you can bring any more people, that'd be great. We've sold maybe 15 tickets or something. And she goes, yeah, it was sort of weird because we rang up reception about the show and said, oh, what's the go with the Aussie Pub Comedy Tour on Wednesday night? And the receptionist goes, "Oh, no, that's Thursday night." And we go, "Oh, my God."
The fucking receptionist again.
So they haven't put up the posters. They're telling people the wrong date. Oh, man. The CEO of the joint goes, "Oh, sorry, guys. I feel terrible. I didn't take it on board myself.
I made a mistake when I hired that dyslexic receptionist."
When I let the work experience kid who bloody got dropped on his head when he was 12, bloody look after the show. But we ended up getting maybe 30, 35 people. The show was great.
Yeah.
But just the up and the down.
It's a roller coaster of emotion you went through. Surprised you even went through with it in the end.
Oh, man. He was shitty. We ended up, I think we just, took the guarantee.
Yeah.
And but then drove to Echuca the next night. That was packed out. That was great. So then we go to the Royal Mail Hotel in Nagambie. Cheers, Goldie, Amelia. We turn up, and we're buzzing again. We're back on board, boys.
Yeah.
The bloody Aussie pub comedy tour, taking over the world. There it is. We're back. All right, Nagambie, let's bring this shit home. Halfway. And turn up. Goldie's running around, maybe at about 1 o'clock or something. I said, "Oh, how are we looking, Goldie? How are tickets?" I said, "Oh, mate, we sold 30. I wouldn't mind selling a bit more." I said, "Fucking no shit."
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Like, you can pack out about 100. And we're thinking, "Oh, man, with 30 tickets, Jesus Christ, this is going to be horrific." And me and Franklin, we walked to the bar, and the guy, laid back country dude. That's the thing. You got to remember, country people, laid back. He takes a call, and obviously someone has asked him, "What's the go with tonight's show? Do we have to book tickets?" Because all we hear him say is, Nah, don't stress. Nah, they've sold fuck all." Oh my God.
Get them on the day.
Jesus Christ, mate. Mate, me and Franklin have looked at each other and gone, "Oh my God, how will we get?" Maybe tell them ticket sales are going all right, mate. Create a bit of buzz. He's like, "Nah, I've that bloke. He's an absolute ripper. Oh, I can't remember his name, but oh yeah, nah, don't stress, mate. Nah, they've sold fuck all." Oh, so he's our marketing manager now, so he's good. So we ended up getting 100, which was great, but just
that's good. That's not bad.
That was packed out. So that's just the stress of running the gig. The next night, the 5-hour trip to Portland was worth it because that was packed out. And then the Anglesey one on the Sunday night, that was another one. It was a bit quiet. So all in all, the first Aussie pub comedy tour, it was a bloody roller coaster.
Mixed bag. Yeah.
Mixed bag. So yeah, you sort of just realise after that, if you're organising gigs, you almost got to
promote it in person yourself beforehand, because you can't trust anyone to do it.
You got to put the posters up yourself. Yeah. You can't rely on anyone else to do it. But so that was that. We could go. I could do one where
have you got a grand finale maybe?
I've got a grand finale, but this wasn't an actual gig.
Yeah, okay.
This was obviously when you're a comic. Do you tell someone you're a muso, or what do you?
No, I say I play drums. I don't tell them I'm a musician. Well, drummers aren't musicians anyway, but yeah, I don't go out of my way to say it.
I love me drummers. I love Gordy, Friends of Rom, and
the cavemen of the ensemble.
Yeah. But and I'm sort of wary, depending on who I talk to, like to say that you're a comic. Sometimes I say I do a bit of stand-up.
It's very revealing. You're revealing a very vulnerable part of yourself, and everyone's got a different sense of humour.
And I just hate the fact that you'll say that, and then people are like,
"Tell us a joke."
Fucking tell us a joke, mate. Tell us a joke. And like you're out on a job site or something in high vis, go run some gear past us.
What kind of gear?
Yeah. But and you just go, it's never going to work. Plus, I used to do that early on, and people are just looking at me, "Fucking, that's not funny." I go, "Oh God." But so I went over to South Africa. Me and my fiance went to South Africa. It might have been actually when it was.
Don't tell me it was 2016.
No, it wasn't 26. It was right after.
year.
It was right after the first Aussie pub comedy tour. Our gig, the last gig on the Sunday at Anglesey, I had Monday to get all my money together for, get me travel cards and that, and then we flew out to South Africa. It was a great trip. Everything was going well, and we had friends over in Johannesburg. She's South African, he's Spanish, and they live there. And their parents, they're white South Africans over there. They've got a beautiful, it's a mansion in like the bush. So a lot of people in South Africa, some would probably go to the beach, but a lot of people go to the bush. So they'll have
good on them.
They'll have like holiday houses in the middle of these game properties where, walking, down a creek bed or something, you're just there having a beer, in the backyard, kicking the feet up, and an elephant will walk past and shit like that.
That's awesome.
It's unbelievable. And this joint was phenomenal. So we'd organised to go with our friends, her mum and dad. They had other friends from Spain. There's all these different nationalities and all people they knew. We were going to go for the weekend or 3 nights to their property in the middle of this game reserve. And so it's like South African accent, Spanish accent, and then there's me, this Aussie guy, like, hey, what's going on, boy? Just sounds horrific.
Yeah.
And
No, you don't sound horrific. Come on.
yeah, thanks, man. Thanks,
I've heard much worse.
Well, it sounds all right in Australia. It's more though when they've got we're catching up and we're having a drink, and what you do most days is you get up early. You'd take a special buggy or car, and you take it out and go, oh, there's a rhino, there's giraffe, there's impala. So you do all that.
Yeah.
And there was this bloke there who, Spanish accent, and he was doing like these impersonations. He's a pretty funny dude, but I'm there I'm popping in all these one-liners when we're having a drink, we're around the place, and I am just... So someone will say something, I'll be like, meh, meh, and everyone will just look, I am bombing for like 2 or 3 days. You've got these rich South Africans, you've got these Spanish people, you've got, there might have been some Americans and British and just all these la-di-da, really rich people. Yeah. And I'm just dropping in these Aussie one-liner sarcastic bloody bombs. Like, this is going to land. And like everyone's just like, who the fuck is this guy? So I reckon, for the first 2 days, it's just, and I'm going, fucking hell, this is like, I'm just getting nothing. I'm eating a dick on every bloody one-liner. Yeah. I'm eating a dick on every bloody, hey, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, oh, it's like crickets. I'm like, Jesus. And I'm getting to a point where, but this other bloke who was their friends, he had the Spanish accent, and he's doing impersonations, and he's doing this, and everyone's, fiance's laughing. I'm like, oh, you bitch. Loyalty, come on. It's like, I don't know if anyone watched Friends, but that point where Monica and Chandler are together, and Monica comes home and says a guy she works with is the funniest guy she's ever seen, and Chandler's like, what? So it was like that. So I'm trying harder, I'm getting dirtier, I'm just doing whatever I could, and I'm thinking, bang, but he's flying, he sounds good, he was like impersonating.
Velvety smooth,
we're on the drive, and he's impersonating the elephants and the giraffes. I go, fuck, this guy's pretty good. But, and it got to, no, I'm just eating a dick. Every joke is just to a point where my missus like, give it up, Evo.
But I'm a comedian.
I know, and this is the worst ever. I'm feeling like shit. I'm feeling like, who am I? What am I doing? And then on the game drive, he said something else funny, and like everyone's like, bah, ha, 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 ha. And to a point where our friend's mum goes, oh, maybe you should be the comedian. I'm like, you bitch. You So I felt like, that was the bloody twist the knife. See you later.
Got to pick your crowd, but even the best comedians in the world though, there are people that aren't going to find them funny.
Oh man!
And even there are people that don't like the Beatles.
Well, I guess rich South Africans with multi-million-dollar properties, maybe not my crowd.
Nah.
I'm more your pizza throwing.
But also not them sometimes as well.
Yeah. Oh, mate, at that stage, I would have said, give me the pizza throwing gig. Fuck's out that
least
jam it up your ass.
You didn't have to put up with it for a few days.
Push up your ass. Like, these guys are... damn. So just like... It crushed me to a point where I can't hang out with these people. I had to go to...
No, they're done. They just cross them off. They're blacklisted.
That was it. So, we don't see those people anymore. I killed them.
Good.
I killed them. No, so... that was probably I reckon that was probably almost my worst gig, but that was in real life.
Yeah.
Where I just was eating it.
Nowhere to hide, almost.
Nowhere to hide.
You just incorporate it into your life as well, don't you? Just like being a comedian, sure, you'd just be trying to bang off wherever you can.
I was, and then it's just nothing. I'm going dirtier. I'm going more obscure. I said, "What do you people want?
Fucking
do you want a Spanish accent? Do you want I can't do accents.
Love it if Esteban did it.
Eat a dick." So that was that's one that stands out, and probably those people, they may not even really remember it, but as a comic,
they could be talking about this at the dinner table at this very minute.
They could be. They go, that guy that Kristen is marrying, he is a fuckwit. So
Kristen, you can do better, darling.
Yeah, man. So that's the big closer, mate. It was a bloody finale. It was a roller coaster, wasn't it? It was some shit gigs for me. It was some shit gigs for other people. It was some bloody terrible promoting. It was
good mixture of
my
depression,
life
humour.
sucks.
Yeah.
See you later. Don't go to South Africa. It's a hole.
It's a good, humbling experience for everyone. I mean, there's probably people out there that have done worse. And at this point in the show, I like to also ask, what advice would you give to... we'll specialise just in comedians this week. What advice would you give to someone up and coming in comedy or that's considering comedy? Okay.
All that aside, if you enjoy doing it, if you love it, you just got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. All those shit gigs. The shit gigs make you better. Bombing, getting shit thrown at you. If you want to be a comic, you'll do all those gigs, and then you'll just keep. It'll be like life. Really, it's comedy. Like there's worse things happening than getting pizza thrown at you or doing a shit gig in a public bar. I'd rather get paid a bit of cash to stand up in front of a screen with bloody Bathurst on it. Because sometimes you go, what am I doing? And then you go, I'd rather do that than do a day on the tools. So just, if you enjoy it, keep doing it. Just forget. The shit gigs, they come all the time.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it.
Wow.
If you enjoy it.
That's the most optimistic advice given so far.
Really?
Funnily enough.
Oh,
I've had people say it gets worse. Don't do it. Book your gigs in advance so they can't cancel on you. And you've actually given some very good advice.
Oh, it's all a bloody... you look back and you have a laugh.
Yeah.
I've done a bloody podcast of all my shit gigs and I'm still here.
Yep.
I'm still alive.
You've got your own podcast as well.
I've got my own podcast.
Yes.
It's called Good Banter with a good mate and fellow comedian, Tommy Seagate, who also does the Suburban Football. So we pump that out once a week. So get on. It's on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and I don't know if our demographic are YouTube people. There may be more Pornhub, but just
drag them kicking and screaming into the 21st century.
Get on the YouTube, get on the Instagram, check out the podcast, and I guess myself, Instagram, Twitter.
Fantastic.
Just gigs around the joint. So
perfect.
Mate,
that was awesome. Thanks for coming on, Evan. Thanks for the positive advice and the mixture of humorous and depressing stories. It's very entertaining. And I hope everyone listening at home liked it as well.
Good on you, Joey. Thanks, mate.
Beautiful,
Cheers,
mate.
brother.
That was
Bloody
good,
ripper.
mate.
Yeah, and that's it. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to check out Evan Hocking on Facebook and Instagram to find out where he's performing next. If you enjoyed this, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or whichever podcast platform you're listening from. The theme song for The Worst Gig of My Life is produced by Nathan Laurent. This interview was recorded and mixed by, you guessed it, Nathan Laurent. Coming up next episode, we have our very first full band. It's going to be really fun, and you're going to hear how amazing my studio really sounds. See you next week.